one of the most frustrating things about the internet for me is that I don't know if it's created people who do this or it's encouraged them, but it makes it feel like people are less inclined to listen and more inclined to want to immediately like dunk on a person or an idea or do you know what I mean? But they don't engage anymore. People don't engage. People just want to be like, ha, God, what about? The reason I talk about that is because of the story in Iran that's happening right now. I'm sure you all know it, but if you don't, what's happening in Iran is many people are going into the streets, predominantly women, protesting in the streets against the government of Iran and against what they call the morality police that has been getting stricter and stricter every single regime in Iran, where they force women, to wear the hijab, and then like how they wear it is also important. So it's just like basically just a bunch of random dudes policing women. You're not moral enough, and it's oftentimes there's no rhyme, there's no reason, they just harass women. And so now, after a woman named Mahsa Amini was taken into custody by the Iranian morality police, she died, right? I think she was 22 years old, and she died. And so women in Iran have just poured out into the streets, and they just said, we're not taking this shit anymore. We're fighting for our rights. It's one of the biggest movements people have ever seen in Iran. But what's so disappointing is seeing, and I guess it's the internet, but you see people who now use this as an opportunity to dunk on a religion that they hate, So they're like, oh, so now we're saying the hijab is bad, and oh yeah, you see, Islam, I thought, and it's like, no, if you understood what was happening, if you took the time to read beyond a tweet or a headline, what you'd understand is those women in Iran are not saying we're against people practicing their religion. What they're saying is we are against the government forcing everybody to practice one religion and practice it in one way. That's what they're saying. There's a big difference between the two. Like I've always believed that. Like, have whatever religion you want, worship however you want, as long as it's... Okay, first off, come on, man. You can't blame the US and Israel for everything. You can't. It's like, oh, this is because of US and Israel. No, this is Iranians protesting what the Iranian government is doing to them. All right, it's not about America or Israel. I bet this dude comes out of the bathroom at a party like, looks like Israel clogged up your toilet. Oh. And secondly, can I just say how every single day I'm continuously impressed by the bravery and the tenacity of the women and the girls in Iran. This is so impressive to see. Because remember, they are risking their lives protesting a brutal regime, which I know for a fact I wouldn't have the guts to do. I won't lie. Yeah, like once my mom thought it was a Friday when it was actually a Saturday, and I was so scared to incur her wrath that I just went to school. Yeah, I just hung out alone for the whole day. Somehow I still got bullied. Turns out the biggest bullies lie within. صدای ما بلا چاو بلا چاو بلا چاو 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 میپریم از خواب یه شب مهتاب یکی میگه آی آدم ها یا همه با هم یا همه تنها ما که بیداریم تا فردا خاک این گندم تو خیابونه خوشه خشم من و تو تشنه بارونه حق ما کم نیست زانوی غم نیست قلب ما که دور از هم نیست دنیای تاره این یه آغازه پنجره تا رویا بازه از گلوی تو
برای توی کوچه رقصیدن، برای ترسیدن به وقت بوسیدن، برای خواهرم، خواهرت، خواهرامون، برای تغییر مغزها که پوسیدن، برای شرمندگی، برای بیپولی، برای حسرت یک زندگی معمولی، برای کودک زباله‌گرد و آرزوهاش، برای این اقتصاد دستوری، برای این هوای آلوده، برای ولیعصر و درختای فرسوده، برای پیروز و احتمال انقراضش، برای سگهای بیگناه ممنوعه، برای گریه های بیوقفه، برای تصویر تکرار این لحظه، برای چهره ای که میخنده، برای دانش آموزا، برای آینده، برای
چطور شما دست خارجی رو نمیبینید؟ جز کار دستگاه‌های جاسوسی، جز کار سیاستمداران خبیث عنود خارجی هیچ عامل دیگری نداره. بنده به صراحت میگم این برنامه ریزی کار آمریکا، کار رژیم غاصب و جعلی صهیونیستی و دنبال روای اونهاست. عمله و مزدوران و حقوق بگیران اونها، بعضی از ایرانی‌های خائن هم که در بیرون از کشور هستند به اینها کمک کردند.
Este o acțiune conjugată să pună sub stăpânire străină din nou poporul nostru. Acționează în slujba diferitor servicii de spionaj și cercuri imperialiste.
The Ceausescus were accused of killing thousands of people during the revolution and in the years before.
Crimă prin înfometare, prin lipsă de căldură, prin lipsă de lumină. Dar cea mai odioasă crimă a fost crima de a încătușa spiritul românesc, sufletul acestui popor.
After 90 minutes, it ended with the Ceausescus being sentenced to death.
Dați-mi drumul! Ce faceți așa? Dați-mi drumul! Nu vă uite nimeni!
یه عده‌شون کسانی هستن که اونا رو احساسات اونا رو باید تنبیه که اینا رو مشکلشون رو حل کرد.